Watch this before you use benzoyl peroxide so you don't look like this. Hey, what's up you guys, it is Kaden here, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a little bit different than what we usually do, but I wanted to share this with you. First, don't mind how I look, my face is healing from what I'm about to tell you about. For the past few months, I have had really bad acne on my chin and in my temple areas. I'll insert photos whenever necessary to show you guys what I'm talking about. I tried so much skincare. I was really sick and tired of how it looked. Being on camera all the time, obviously, I care quite a bit on how I look, and whenever I see somebody, the first thing I notice on their face is usually their acne. So obviously that's the first thing that I would notice about myself. So with that being said, I was really just sick and tired of the acne, and I have these pimple patches that were working for me, and I went to Target and I got the same brand, but I got 10% benzoyl peroxide. And if you know anything about benzoyl peroxide, which I didn't, then you know that this is the highest percentage of benzoyl peroxide that you can possibly get, meaning it is the most strongest. You can get lower percentages, but I did not know this. And it says a spot treatment, which I did not really read. That's my own fault. So I put the acne treatment all over my chin, so basically all here, and I put it on my temples, and I have a pimple right here, and then I put it right here as well. So I first used this product when I bought it on Sunday, December 29th, and I applied the treatment once or twice every day. So that Sunday, that Monday, the Tuesday, and the Wednesday. So that leads us to January 1st, the new year. And, well, technically January 2nd, but we'll just say January 1st. So I wake up at 1 in the morning and my face is so itchy. The morning before that, Fasa was laying under my covers with me. So I thought, oh my gosh, his hair, it must have really aggravated my face. So I go upstairs and my face is super swollen. I have never experienced a swollen face before. So I was like, what the fuck is going on with me? I put some cold water on my face, and I'm like, this is not normal. And all here where I applied the benzoyl peroxide, it was super red and itchy, and obviously very irritated. So I was doing research on benzoyl peroxide, and I figured that was my problem here. It was the benzoyl peroxide that I was using. Like I said, I was using way too much of it incorrectly, so it is my fault. I'm not gonna blame anybody here, but yeah, it was my fault. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I wake up on January 2nd, and this day I have a subathon, so it's on Twitch, whatever. It was my 4-year streaming anniversary, so it was supposed to be big stream, long stream, gonna go for maybe a while. It went for 2 days, but basically around here it was super duper red. Kind of see how my face is really red right here and irritated. It was all here. It was very irritated and upset. So I was kind of just pushing through it, putting lotion on my face consistently, whatever. And then I ended the stream that day, and oh my goodness, I was so miserable. My face was just so uncomfortable, and I looked terrible. I still look terrible, but I was like, oh my gosh, this is so uncomfortable. So I went to sleep, and I woke up every hour, every 30 minutes, every hour, and it was terrible. My face was so itchy, and it's like just so uncomfortable. It was terrible. So I went through that whole day with the stream, and then I finally got off, and I was so relieved to be done. I was just so uncomfortable. Then the next day, I woke up at like 7 in the morning, and I did not look good at all. I did not look good at all. It literally looked like I was playing with the bees, playing in a beehive or something. It was terrible. My dad and my brother, they both told me that I had to go to the doctor. They said, Kaden, you know, I was gonna go to the doctor that following Monday if I didn't look better, but they said your face is way too swollen and we don't want this to get worse because you look like shit. So them saying that kind of really scared me. So I went to urgent care, and they were like, oh gosh, girl. I walk in, and like the two boys at like the desk, they like look at me like, because at this point I could not open my mouth really. It was really hard because my skin was so like tight and dry, so I couldn't really open my mouth. And they were like kind of like looking at me weird, and I was like, can you fucking stop? Can you stop? I know I look insane, absolutely insane. It looks like I was beaten. And so I go in, and the doctor, she's like, yeah, you're not necessarily allergic to the benzoyl peroxide. You look like you used way too much of it, and yes, it does like dry out your skin and make it super red and itchy. And since you put so much, it spread. So basically you're having a bad reaction. And I'm like, okay, so I'm not allergic. She was like, you could come back and do further testing to see if you are allergic, but I wouldn't say that you are. You just literally had a terrible reaction to it because of how much you used and how frequently you used it. I'm like, okay. And then she prescribed me with 40 milligrams of prednisone on that day. And then Sunday, I would take 20 grams of prednisone. And then Monday, I took 20 milligrams of prednisone. And prednisone is basically just, it's a steroid, and it's like the strongest anti-inflammatory medication that you can get. So I was on the roids. Yeah, didn't work out, but I did do lots of walking during this time. So she gave me the prednisone, and then she told me to put cortisone all over my cheeks, because imagine what my cheek looks like right now. For some reason, okay, yesterday my skin looked totally fine, but today it's like really irritated for some reason. But yeah, imagine this, what you see right now, but like really bad, and my cheeks are huge and like this. I mean, I show you pictures, you understand. So yeah, that's what I looked like. I looked like a fucking mess. I looked like I like was making out with a beehive. It was terrible. It was terrible. So I took the prednisone, and I also was taking 2 Benadryl before bed, which kind of helped me sleep a little bit, but I still woke up like every hour or so. It was really uncomfortable. So the swelling, it did go down. So thank goodness for that. That was what I was really just worried about. I didn't want to wake up the following day with my eyes swollen shut. So that wouldn't have been very good, would it? No, it would not. It would not have been good. So yeah, I was putting the cortisone on my cheeks 3 times a day. Took the prednisone, and it was just so awful. I had to take that whole following week off of stream because my face was getting better, but it was just like I looked so terrible. I was like embarrassed to be in front of the camera. Like, my face is still healing, and it's probably gonna still heal for like another week or 2 because I really fucked it up. So I still do not feel very comfortable in my own skin, especially today. I don't know why my skin looks so bad, but it is January 14th now, so it's been about a week and a half since I was first prescribed the prednisone, and it's been exactly a week since I stopped taking it. I stopped taking Benadryl before bed, and I still can't really sleep that much. I mean, I could sleep, but I'm waking up like every hour to 2 hours, and my face is super itchy. And this is actually the first time in probably 4 days that I put cortisone on my face, because it's like really itchy for some reason. My face is super duper dry and it's peeling a lot, obviously, because I like killed my skin, so it's like fried. It's literally like frying off. So that really sucks. But yeah, 2 weeks and 2 days since I put the benzoyl peroxide on my face for the first time, and it'll be 2 weeks tomorrow since I stopped using it. So if I would have used it as directed, as a spot treatment, like boop boop boop, I do not believe I would have went through what I did. I probably would have had a bad reaction maybe, but I do not think it would be as severe as it did, because when I tell you, I lathered it all on my chin, because I have scars now. Like, these are scars. There's no like actually pimples. It was all pimple. And like here on my temples, it was terrible. It was really terrible. So I just put it all over. I didn't really think that any of this would happen. So my face is still actively healing. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be putting makeup on, but I put makeup on yesterday and it was okay. This is all I wear. So just makes me feel a little bit better in my own skin. But for the past about 3 days, I wake up and my eyes are super swollen on my eyelids for some reason. And they are super dry and peeling. And it's really just gross. I'm like a snake, you know? Like, my skin is just peeling off. And last night, I slept really bad. I woke up about every like 30 minutes to an hour just scratching my face. And I would have put cortisone on, but like, if you guys have ever put cortisone on, it's like really like thick. And I hate it. And I put castor oil on my eyes because, you know, castor oil is really good for like hydrating your skin. And it just was like, oh my gosh, I like itched all of it off. It was awful. So I think tonight before bed, I'm gonna take some Benadryl. 1, to help me sleep, and 2, to like maybe like put the swelling down for when I wake up in the morning. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys like my experience using benzoyl peroxide. This is more of like a beware and be careful type of video. Like, go ahead and use it, but first, just put like a little bit on like your hand and don't use it for a few days. And then if like, you know, you don't have a terrible reaction like I did, then you can go in and like, you know, put it on your few pimples, you know? So I just wanted to make this so, you know, if you do struggle with acne like I do, you don't put it all over your fucking face like I did. You know, I just want to help you guys out, you know? Like, I really obviously shouldn't have used it like I did. I learned my lesson, and I am paying for it because I still look like I was fucking socked in the face. And it really sucks, and it's really itchy, but it's okay. Another thing that really sucks is that, like, you know, around my chin, it was so dry for so long, it created slits in the corners of my mouth, and my lips are extremely chapped. They're so really chapped. They're so chapped that, like, they don't even have color anymore. So it kind of looks like I'm, like, violently sick. I'm not sick, but I'm just fucked up. I'm just fucked up, but today actually is probably one of the best days for the slits. I just keep putting Vaseline in them. They're slowly healing, and my lips are slowly not as chapped, but they still just look awful, you know? So this really sucks, especially since my job is to be on camera. So it doesn't help that I look like this and I have to go and stream and make videos for Instagram and stuff and film YouTube. So I hope that this starts to look a little bit better. A little bit better. I mean, I looked worse the past 2 weeks. I have looked worse the past 2 weeks, that's for sure. But, yeah, this is just, you know, a warning. Watch this before you use benzoyl peroxide. If you guys want to stay tuned and see more on my skin journey through the healing, I stream 3 times a week on Twitch. I stream every Friday here on YouTube. I also post on Instagram a whole bunch, so you will see my face there and see how good or terrible I look. But I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you guys for all of your well wishes across the internet. I really appreciate it. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one.